Alright, so in this video we're going to go over Chapter 7, Exercise 10. And you see we've got a little chart at the top here, which you also have in your book. We have the endings. Well, first of all, we have the sentence structure of a sentence with an indirect object. With that kind of a sentence, you're going to first have the subject, which of course is always in the nominative, then plus the indirect object, which will be in the dative case, and use these endings, either o-is, I-is, or o-is. So that's easy. And the o-is is for the masculine, I or is is for feminine, and o-is again is for neuter, direct objects. So, and then we also will have, you can't have an indirect object without a direct object, so we have the direct object endings here. We have os, that's for, again, masculine, as for feminine, and a for neuter. And then finally you have, the only verb we've been using for indirect objects is gives. You give a thing to a person. The thing is a direct object and it's in the accusative case. And the thing that you give to the person is an indirect object, and that is in the dative case. So let's see if we can do these. Number 1, Dawes Juli Krumen Dat. So Dawes is in the nominative, so he's doing the giving. He's giving a money bag to Julius. Okay, and Krumena is feminine, right? Krumena is how you learned it. So this has to be direct object. Feminine, it's only one. Krumenam. Dawes gives a krumenam to Julius. We need the masculine singular, Julio. Number 2, Julius gives numus, remember numus, a coin, to Dawes. So this has to be accusative. So it's the masculine accusative, numum, and again, dawo. Amelia Yuli Baku Dat. So Amelia is giving a stick to probably Julius. She probably wouldn't give a stick to Julia. So Bakulum, this is a neuter direct object, and there's probably only one of them, we're going to assume. So it's the ending, and again, masculine, indirect object, dative, Julio. Number 4, Julia Amelia tres ros dat. So Julia is the one who's doing the giving, and she's giving 3 roses to Amelia. 3 roses. So we finally got a plural. Rosa is how you learned rose, and so it's feminine, and so it would be rosas. So that's the direct object. And to Amelia. Now, in this case, the dative ending for a feminine singular is ae, so it's Ameliae. Julia Ameliae tres rosas dat. Cornelius ek ac dat. Cornelius, because he's a good horseman, gives water to his horse. Cornelius is giving water to his horse. Water, aqua, so the accusative for that is Equus. Remember that one of the U's in equus stays with the stem, right? So it ends in a U. E-Q-U. And then we need the dative for a horse, which is equus. masculine, singular, so it would be akuo. Medus is giving a kiss to Lydia. Osculum, Lydiae. Okay, number 7. Lydia returns the favor and gives a kiss to Medus. So we still give an osculum, but because it's Medus and it's masculine, we have to change this ending. This has to be an O with a macron. Medo. Julia sir speculdat. Julia gives the looking glass to Sira. Remember, this is Sira, not the, because that happened actually in our chapter. So this word is speculum. So the accusative, it's neuter, so the accusative is Sira. So the dative we need here is I. Serwi Yuli Suck Dant. Aha. Here we have more than one subject. Slaves. Hence we have the plural form of the verb dot, which is dant. So slaves give. What are they giving? They're giving the sacks. And who are they giving them to? To Julius. So serwi dant. And there's more than one sack, sakos, to Julius, and he would be singular. Julius mark et quint duo mal dot. So Julius is doing the giving, and he's giving 2 apples. 2 apples. So we have to find the accusative form, plural accusative for apple. And the apple is a neuter noun, so it's a, mala. He gives 2 apples, and he's giving them to both Marcus and Quintus. So these guys get the omicron, the dative ending for masculine nouns. Julius is giving an apple, or fili. So this is sons. Julius gives apples to his sons, because it kind of follows from number 10. He gives 2 apples to Marcus and Quintus, and then this sums it up. Julius gives apples to his sons. So the masculine plural as a direct object for a neuter, malum, is mala. He gives apples to his sons. The plural dative, filiis, is the ending there. Number 12. Julius also is going to be giving apples to Cyrus and Leander, his slaves. So Julius also gives, he gives apples, so that's mala, accusative, to his slaves. That's going to be the plural dative ending, which is is. And then he names them specifically, so each of these are singular, Ciro et Leandro. Julia gives a kiss to Julius. Julia dat osculum, accusative, what she's giving, to whom she's giving it in the dative. Julius gives apples and pears to Julia. I think he's giving an apple and a pear. He gives 1 apple and 1 pear to Julia. So here we need the accusative singular. So malum, the accusative is pirum, the accusative is To Julia, the feminine singular ending is I, Julii. Julius, quoque ancil deli sira mal et pir dat. So Julius gives. Now he's giving it to more than one person, so he's giving apples and pears. So mala et pira. To the ancilla, ancilli. The dative ending for ancilli would be is, more than one. Julius also gives apples and pears to the maids, and then here they're each called out by name, Delii et Sirai. Oops. Julius is doing a lot of giving here to a lot of people and things. Right, so Julius over here is giving the children and the slaves and the maids apples and pears, but he's going to give to Amelia a kiss he gives. To Amelia a kiss he gives. So let's see what we need here. So Julius, he's going to be giving apples and pears, mala et pira, the accusative plural, and he gives it to liberis, dative, et servis, dative, et ancillis. Those all need to be dative because they're all indirect objects. But, said, he gives a kiss, osculum, to Ameliae, the dative form of Amelia. Okay, and that's the end of exercise 10.